Their audio now? Can you hear me? It's saying audio is going. Maybe I need to up it a little bit. Boop, 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 be doop, doop, boo, doo, doop. What do you hear now, Pastor Groove? Can you hear me? Maybe. Maybe not. Hopefully. There's no reason that it shouldn't have audio. I hear me on the direct feed. Let's see if we can. Yes, good, good. I can at least fix one thing. Um, cool. So I have no idea if anything I said came through. I'll just repeat it. So pedal board on the way. Don't get excited. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of pedals. I do have ideas for effect use, but that isn't going to uh, be anything crazy on a board. At least I don't think. I do have an idea, but I don't want to spend money on something if I don't have to. Anyway, Boss OC5 octave pedal. So that is set the way I typically have it at church. Um, and then the Trickfish Minnow preamp direct box pedal. Um, I really like this thing. I'm excited to record the video for it. I have to figure out how a lot of it works, but I'm excited. And then the last thing that'll go on the pedal board is my Focusrite Scarlett Solo, so that I have an audio interface with the out that's going to front of house. That way I can plug in my phone, whether I do video or not, I'll at least have audio. That way I can listen back to what I've played. That is typically one of the best things you can do to help improve your playing. Sitting and playing, you get in the moment. You're listening to what you play. You may hear your mistakes while you're playing, but on that same note, you're also hearing music or a click or whatever you may have. So it can definitely change your perception while you're in the moment doing what you're doing, as opposed to listening back to what you had already played and then being able to critique yourself out of the moment of being a player instead being a listener. So I definitely wanted to do that. So I have that pedal board itself on the way, slap all these things down on it, and should be good. Um, so that's a little thing. I thought we might play with the octave pedal because I don't think I've done a video on it. Maybe I did. Maybe I did a video on like its unboxing. I don't remember. I've definitely not done a play video on it. I also have a song that I was thinking about trying to do the learning on it, like a live. I don't know how to play this song. I've heard the song a couple times. I've heard the bass line a bunch of times. Um, but then when I listen to what the bass line by itself is supposed to sound like, it doesn't sound like what I thought it would sound like. So that's a thing. Might do that, might not, not really sure. I was hoping to see if any of my dear friends would be able to show up, and doesn't look like anybody was. Now, if I notice someone like last week, Bully just dropped in. So if that happens, that'll be fun. Um, but yeah, that's what I got. One update I can provide the 6th. Oh, that was a while ago. So on the 6th and then on the 13th, new video format came up with me of the what's the wind, the string comparisons for the foreseeable future, at least for the next couple months. I do have videos ready for that using my Sterling by Music Man Bongo 5 to do that even comparison. Uh, so that should be continuing. I'm trying to get additional strings, but at 20 to $50 a set, it's not likely I'm going to be getting a whole lot more. A lot of these were things I was able to get at NAMM. Either some places were nice enough to give them for free, some places I did have to pay, but they were exceedingly discounted. So we will see. I have talked to Fret Nation, and they are willing to cut me a good deal. They'll do it for anybody. It's not just because I'm special. But they're willing to cut me a deal if I do want to order quite a few sets of just standard 5 string. Um, I do have some that'll come in for multi-scale, so that will be a thing. And then I also finally got back my, how do I want to do this? Guess I'll do this way. I did finally get back my GOC. There were a couple people who have made comments and asked about it. Um, I did not get the passive switch installed. The gentleman who works on the guitars at my local music shop has been really behind. He's had it for, I don't even know, probably 2, 3 months. I think it was last year when I dropped it off. And he just never had time to get to it with all the other stuff. So, not upset, completely understandable. Um, is what it is. But on that same note, I'm not going to leave a bass there for a quarter of a year. It's just going to have to be an active, completely active instrument unless I decide to change out the pickups, which is not likely unless Leah keeps bullying me about it. Then I may end up changing out the pickups. We will see. So let's do something fun. So I don't have a camera set up on any of the stuff that I can change. Um, so I guess let's just go ahead and do the try to learn a song thing. let's see, image, library, took a screenshot of the section. So that is most of it. I found out a little later that that is not the entirety. So what I'm going to do, this is the like main run. There's actually two. The top part is the first and third part. The bottom part is the second part. As you can see, that's uh, oh, my picture's not there. Not that it needs to be. No, not that way. Do it the other way. Ew. About this. Does that work? Sure. Doesn't cover any of the numbers. But this is the first, second, and back up to the 10th. It's 3/4 of the line that's played in the song "Forget Me Nots." If you don't know that song, it's by Patrice Rushen. It's really good song. Let me see if I can get this to play loud enough where you guys can hear it because it's not directly in from the computer. Let's see here. Would probably help if that's up to 100%. I normally practice at 50% so I can get good at it slow. Here it is at normal speed. Hopefully, let me turn that up a little bit. I don't think it'll bother anybody. If it does, they'll yell at me and then I'll fix it. So the part at which we are looking, let me change the tempo. I'm going to slow it down to 80%. What you can see here is this. That is what you can see. That was the top bar, lower bar, and then back to the top bar. That is not how I thought this song sounded. I've listened to the song a couple times, and it's just not how I thought it sounded. So I still have the octave. The octave pedal is turned off. I wonder what it sounds like with it on. Let's see. So I wanted to try learning this because as far as slap goes, I can't do it very well. Can't do much of anything on the bass very well, but I can do some stuff. The only thing of slap I know is a very awful version of Can't Stop, Won't Stop. That's it. That sounds, there's a lot of noise. I'm not good at slapping one thing and making the other strings stay quiet. I'm pretty sure most of those are not, they're probably not the right notes or the right way to play them. But it was the thing that I thought sounded cool, and I decided to try to learn it, and that was as best as I got of learning it. This one also sounds really cool, and it's a bunch of slap. So I decided, hey, why not try this one? Not that it sounded simple. It doesn't. Slap never sounds simple to me. But let's see. So again, at 80%. So I got two notes. You can't see my hand because I didn't think about all of this beforehand. I could give a million excuses. Well, really three. I had to take kids to church. After having supper and visiting with my grandfather, I had to take kid to church. And because of that, I didn't have much time to set up, hence the microphone not being hooked up and the audio not being set right. So I give those excuses, and I just did. And if you don't accept them, that's your problem, not mine. But there we go. So Okay. Whoop. See, already messed it up. I don't think I'm on the right string. Yeah, I wasn't on the right string. Dang it. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So, if this is not entertaining for anybody, please say so in the comments. I could come up with something else to do. If you like watching not good players struggle trying to learn a new song in real time, you're in the right spot. I do have some insights that came to me while recording a video with some help today, and I will talk about those later. I do want to see if I can at least try to get this part of the lick down, though. I think it's coming along. I don't know where it's going in the end, but it seems like it's coming along. It's so weird. I know this is not in the right timing. I am aware of that. I'm just trying to get the notes under my fingers and then eventually figure out the rest. So the that might have been close. Anybody have comments in out there? Feel free. All that engagement. I looked earlier. We are 108 subscribers away from me possibly being able to make tens of cents off of YouTube. I guess I'll throw in the plug. Hey, go be a patron. Give me money. Um, you don't have to give me money. You definitely don't have to. If you want to, if you've got too much money, I will take it. That's fine. I appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, be a, I was going to say be like a, so whatever it's called, a member, channel member, but I don't have that set up. Remember, I will be doing a giveaway at 400 subscribers. I'm going to give away my original little microphone. I don't know why I did that, but like shaking a can or something. But my Focusrite, I think it's a CM25 is the microphone. I'm going to give that and the pop filter away. If I find the box that'll fit it, I'll have the boom arm in there. Probably not, because that's a weird, awkward thing to try to fit in a box with other things. But I'm going to give away the microphone. Pastor Grooves here, he won a bass. I mean, there you go. Stuff given away. With the string series, I will be giving away those sets of strings. I did decide on that. If there's strings that I decide I don't really like the ones that are on here right now are Dario's new NYXL. They're XS. They're coated, super long lasting, and they feel nice. Like, they're not tape wounds, trust me. There's texture there, but I like the way these feel. I normally don't like rounds, so these probably won't go anywhere, but maybe. The rest of them I will be giving away. I'll probably do those at like a, I don't know, maybe at the 500, I'll just do a whole bunch of giveaways of different sets of strings. At 500 is when YouTube lets you monetize. So again, I might make $1 a month. Big money. Could buy a pack of strings after like 3 years at that kind of money. I never thought I'd get past 100. So the fact that there are 400 almost subscribers is awesome, and I appreciate you. I'm going to get back to this. But anyway, YouTuber things like comment, subscribe, Patreon, engage the algorithm. There you go. I'm going to listen to it again. I want to hear how it's supposed to sound. It's at 80%, remember. Mine sounds nothing like that. Stop it. I think that was close. Nope. That sounded close. Try it a couple more times, then let it cook in the back of my head somewhere. Eventually I'll learn it better. Nope. That was not the right. Nope, that sounded kind of cool. Doesn't sound like it, but hey, takes a lot of practice, and I'm not going to keep y'all on here watching me struggle. Let's see. That's the best way to do it. Get the notes, then work on the timing. Yes, get the muscles. The muscle memory. Get the muscles to remember the thing that you want it to do, and then you just tell it to do it at different times, but you remember which way you're moving. Another tip's to learn 4-note sections, then add the next 4-note section. Yeah, I was trying that a little bit with the well, 4 notes, and then broke it, and then I counted that rest. But it's a fast. I mean, that's eighth, 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 eighth. It's all eighth, and then for some reason a 16th on the end. So I must have the math wrong somewhere, because this song's in 4/4. So, but so that's all one spot. There's 4 to Pastor Groove's I don't know if y'all can see the comments when it's live. I don't know how that works, but his four note section pretty simple, especially since the first four notes are barred together. Of course, the technique's awful, but there you go. There's some of that. Hooray. So that was with the octave pedal. Without it, let's try it without it. A little extra practice and a slightly different sound for you. That's kind of like it. Might have wanted to pick a different bass than this bongo for slap. There's not a lot of room in there between the pickup and the neck. Remember someone complaining about that, but I don't do slap, so. Ooh, that side sounded good. I like it with the octave. I think that sounds cool. I feel like there's an extra 2 in there, and there's right at the end of this little 2, 2, 4. I feel like there's a 2, and then it goes back. But the either way, there you go. Let's play around with the preamp pedal, not the preamp pedal, the funny sounding one that does all the sounds on it, the octave pedal. That's the one. I'll just stand it up so I can see it. Ooh, that light on there is bright. Ooh, pegging us out over there. So direct level set all the way up. Little switch is set to vintage instead of poly. We have +1 octave, -1 octaves all the way down, -2 octaves all the way down. If I turn it off, with it back on. So I play with the octave pedal at church for one simple reason. We don't have anybody playing like electric guitar. We have drums. There's a guy who has like a little pad. He can do percussions like bongos, and like pop clap, like for "We Will Rock You" kind of thing. We have keyboard, a piano, usually 2 rhythm guitar, and then bass. So like there's not anybody in the back going none of that. Like there's nobody in the back playing note for note. Obviously the electric guitar wouldn't play note for note with the bass is playing, but harmonically it helps fill it in a bit if you're just doing let's see, what's a song we did today? Whereas if you were just doing it with bass, I just like the sound. Helps fill it in sonically. Adds that octave one. I have the direct level. If you have a Boss OC5, I would show it to you, but it just has a little 6-inch patch cable. So direct level, first one for y'all straight up. The next one is at like a slightly less than, so maybe 10 o'clock. And then the -1 and -2 octaves are off. Let's play with those. Let's try putting both. Let's just put the first one at 50%. So this is a little bit of high octave and then the equal amount of -1. That's kind of fun. That's that synthy sound. Wonder what that does with Forget-Me-Nots. Oh, going back and practicing again, I tell you. That buzzed a lot. My technique's awful. Let's try turning the octave 1 off and putting on the octave 2 down. I wonder if I switch that poly over. I notice absolutely no difference on that octave 2. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know, because I'm not a pedal person. That sub octave though. Ooh, that sounds dark and mysterious. Anyway, so I don't know. Do I like it? It's kind of neat, but it's adding so much. Turn that gain down a little bit more. It's very synthy. That's not exactly what they want at church. It's neat though. I do like that little OC5. It's a cool little pedal. Yeah, we could play with the trick fish a little bit. I do have a full video I'm going to do on it, so be aware. I do, let me look at the controls here real quick. I do really like the trick fish on, if nothing else, its ridiculous transparency. I don't know if I can do this without making a whole bunch of noise. So this is Boss OC5, Trickfish Minnow, and then the Trickfish Minnow on the out signal is going straight into the Focusrite. So it's literally only, so if I turn off the octave pedal, that is with the Trickfish just as a direct box. Completely clean bypass. What do I mean by that? Here, I'm going to try and do this quickly so that in your brain you can still retain it. But that I'll use that same lick. So this is it through the deactivated OC5, so it's not on. into the minnow as a direct out. Oh, sorry. Now if I hurry up and unplug the source cable coming out of the minnow and just switch straight in. So this is just straight into the box, nothing in the middle. So there's a definite drop in volume, but that drop in volume is only because the trickfish has a little bit of gain. But again, like, I'm hearing impaired, so what I say, grain of salt. But to me,
I'm leaving.
okay, my wife's telling me she's leaving. I get, hopefully not forever.
That way there if the boy comes because I'm not here.
Okay.
Okay, just warm up.
Apparently she's coming back at some point. That's good.
I'm getting Sabrina.
Okay. She's going to get a kid from church. Pardon this interruption. Anyway, what was I saying? Buttons. Oh, the OC5 turned back on. I was trying to figure out why the sound was different. So for all of me, except for the volume boost that it got, I hear nothing different. So I love how clean the trickfish is. Now, here's something cool too. If I take this, did you hear a difference when the click happened? I don't. The trickfish has set everything to noon, and when it's engaged and everything's at noon, still no difference. Which I know, like, me of a few months ago would have been like, yeah, everything's at noon and you're turning it on. But the more I have learned about, like, just bases, um, taking them from passive to active, which is basically what this box is doing by being engaged versus disengaged. Um, a lot of bases add some sort of color when you engage the active circuit. It's not exactly the same. Some of them it's a volume bump, some of them it's they get more trebly, some of them become a lot more boomy, and I'm talking about with everything at noon. A lot of them just have higher output. And this one doesn't change, and I really love that. It'll be on the review. I'm going to talk about it. Hopefully I can get one of their combo amps. That is like the dream, but we will see. Anyway, let's play with it just a little bit because this will be a pre-show. We can go ahead and get rid of the picture. Remove. We'll see if I can remember it. Whoa. Anyway, so playing with the minnow, let me just turn that just a little bit. Now you can see this curtain instead of that curtain. There you go. So it has, of course, the regular knobs. It's engaged right now. Got bass. So crank that all the way up. You distort like crazy. Low mids. So let's play some higher stuff showing what the low mids do. Let's do some Tool. Why not? Okay, let's not have it cranked that much. I'm putting it at 3 o'clock. So that's with low mids at 3 o'clock. Put that back to noon. Let's try with the high mids at 3 o'clock. See what that does. Okay, both mids at 3 o'clock. It's a lot. Like increasing those just to 3 o'clock changes that output so much. Now we'll try it with the highs. They also have these little switches on here where you're saying what the frequencies are for like the low mid versus the high mid. On treble, hearing some static in there. I don't know if that's just in my interface or if y'all can hear it. But anyway, putting the treble at 3 o'clock. There's also switches that say lift or ground. I don't know what those do. Didn't seem to change anything. There's another one that says post and pre. I don't hear a difference there. So I don't know what those do. But there you go. Or we leave everything at noon, or we can just turn it off. Here's a cool one. It's got a mute. That's obviously me pushing the button because you can hear the clicking. Nope. Anyway, some fun stuff. Yeah, that's the fun that we've been having today. Did record a fun video today. That should go up this Wednesday, I think. I think it's this Wednesday, which means I have to edit it today because I'll be at work the next two. So I might get that edited tonight. Otherwise, I'll get it done for sure. It's a fun little one. My brother-in-law came over, helped me out. He has his own channel. He's mostly, it's called Mana and Metal. He does a lot of, he likes metal. So he's got that. He came, he helped me out. It was a fun time. Again, that one's going to go up. He has a whole bunch of ideas for videos that I should do. Not so much heard anything about all the videos he should do, but he has plenty of ideas on videos I should do. So there is that. I really don't have anything else planned for today. So there we go. I'm going to try forget-me-nots once or twice or 5 times before I decide to sign off. Let's see. If I do it a decent time, then I'm going to call it good because I did it decently one time. That's close enough for me. So, unless any of you 5 people watching, one of them's probably my lovely wife, unless any of you out there have something you'd like to say, comment, question, concern, think I'm goofy looking and my mama dresses me funny, whatever you've got to say, feel free to say it before I do a sign off. And then you have to wait a whole nother week for one of these before you can say whatever it is you want to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you want to say, really. It's like the JG Wentworth commercials. It's your comment. Say it when you want it. It's your money. Use it when you need it. That's the thing I'm paraphrasing if you hadn't caught up. I'm going to try more of Forget Me Nots for like a minute, maybe two. I don't know. And we'll see if anyone says anything. I want to give people plenty of chance. Not too bad. Keep up the good work. I will keep up on practicing. Don't know about good, and it's not work. Work's a four-letter word. Work's a four-letter word. You're not supposed to use those, Pastor Groove. Nice words only. Which nice is a four-letter word. So I guess good is a four. Never mind. Four-letter words in and of themselves are okay. Work is a bad word. I don't work. Not on base. I have fun. I might work at base, but that's what you said. Keep up the good. Okay, I'll keep up the good work. And then let's do a horrible rendition of Can't Stop, Won't Stop. That one, yes, just right there. If y'all can see it in the same orientation as me, keep having fun. Fun is the point. I would not be doing this YouTube stuff if it wasn't fun for me. Problem with Forget Me Nots is there's a fourth part, and there's a thing where there's like a I don't know, it's like some fours and twos or fours and sixes. I don't know. It goes weep up and down. But I've got enough to practice on my hands right now. Anyway, so that's that. I am having fun, but I'm going to go ahead and call it because I can, because this has already been going for 50 minutes and I didn't have a countdown. So hooray me, not having a countdown longer than the actual content. So, as always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a day as awesome as you are. Like, comment, subscribe, be a member, Patreon, YouTube stuff.